Hello, everybody. Hello, once again. Hello. Yeah, I am happy again. This is the third lesson. I think it is a little bit dark on my side, but I hope you can see me. But what is important is to hear me and to see the slides and the information. Welcome to our third lesson of this course. Remember, our course is Emerging Cyber Crime Trends. We are talking about cybercrime, and we said cybercrime is a criminal activity that is conducted online, a criminal activity conducted online. And today we are moving to the third lesson, where we shall be covering motives for cybercrime. What are the motives for cybercrime? All criminal activities have motives, and when you are investigating any matter or any criminal activity, the best way to start is to look for motive. What is the motive for a person committing this offense or this criminal activity? So motive plays a very major role when we are conducting any investigation, be it a murder investigation, a fraud investigation, a cybercrime investigation, or a criminal investigation related to other fraudulent activities, or even a fight. We are investigating a fight. We have to find out what is the motive. What was the motive for this person attacking another person? Equally, when we talk about cybercrime, we also have to understand the motives for cybercrime. That is our lesson number 3 today. Once again, my name is Wayne, Director at the Brand Institute of Forensics and Security. And once again, I appreciate you for joining us, for taking the step to study with us. And the last two lessons, lesson number 1 and lesson number 2, we have 2 assignments. I don't want to repeat because I know you can remember very well what we talked about and what I want you to do. Remember, those assignments will go a long way in your final assessment, because we want to produce people who understand exactly what is involved in investigating cyber crimes, and also what is involved in other security topics that we are conducting. Now, motives for cybercrime. I know already some of you are thinking about the issue of people making money or getting money out of cybercrime, which is very true. However, there are other motives that we shall be looking at again today. There are other motives that we shall be looking at today. So this section covers the reasons that have been identified to explain cybercrime. When looking at the motivations, the key aspect to consider are, I wish you can write this down, key aspects to consider when you're looking at the motivation for cybercrime. Number 1 is individual differences, e.g. personality traits. Number 2 is the context of the online environment. Number 3 is the characteristics given by observer to those engaging or those actively involved in various types of cybercrime. Those are the 3 elements or the 3 aspects when we talk about cybercrime motivations that I want you to keep in mind. Cybercrime, remember, these are cyber attacks. They cause disruptions. Software is involved. Database, integrity, spyware, threats, network. We also talk of, you can also see up here, the government. The government is also involved. You will see how the government also sometimes engages in cybercrime. Then the military also, fraud. These are some of the main words, firewalls, some of the main words that we can talk about when or we can think about when we are discussing the subject related to cybercrime. Now, reasons for commission of cybercrimes. There are many reasons which act as a catalyst in the growth of cybercrime. Some of the prominent reasons are: 1. Money. People are motivated towards committing cybercrime in order to make quick and easy money. 2. Revenge. Some people try to take revenge with other persons or organization or society, caste or religion by defaming its reputation or bringing sorry, I cannot be able to see here clearly. I don't know the previous slide. So let's go back to the previous slide. We say that, okay, skip that. I'll come to that later. Some people engage in cybercrime out of fun. The amateur do cybercrime for fun. They just want to test the latest tool they have encountered, especially the teenagers who are still learning and who are very intelligent. They may engage in cybercrime just to test the latest technology or to test the latest tool that they have encountered. And then some people also engage in cybercrime because of recognition. They want recognition. It is considered to be pride if someone can hack the highly secured networks like defense sites or networks or even government databases or government systems. And then cyber espionage. At times, the government itself is involved in cyber trespassing to keep an eye on other persons, network, or country. The reason could be politically, economically, or socially motivated. So the government sometimes engages in cyber espionage. Cyber espionage perpetrated by the government to keep an eye on other persons, especially well-developed countries. You know, in the modern world today, there is a lot of information flowing from one area to the other. You will find that the government of China is spying on the government of US. Government of US is spying on the government of Russia. You know the conflict ongoing now between Russia and Ukraine. There is a lot of cyber espionage going on at the moment. Everybody is spying on the other. And even in our own setup, even at home, you find that sometimes we engage in cybercrime or cyber espionage. We want to check, we want to conduct investigations even into our partners. You find that your wife, mostly I don't, you find that sometimes you as a man, you conduct cyber espionage by keeping an eye on your wife's phone when she's talking, and or using other technology to tap into her WhatsApp or to tap into her email communication. So the reason could be politically, economically, or socially motivated. That was just a by the way, an example. Another factor is I don't know who can really pronounce for me this word, but it is anonymity. Many times, the anonymity that a cyberspace provides motivates the person to commit cybercrime, as it is much easier to commit a cybercrime over the cyberspace and remain anonymous as compared to real world. You can just sit in a corner somewhere with your laptop or your phone and commit a cybercrime anonymously without anybody knowing you are committing a cybercrime. It is unlike the other criminal activities where you have to engage live and direct and people are easily going to discover what you are doing. And then also, it is much easier to get away with a criminal activity in a cyber world than in the real world. There is a strong sense of anonymity that can draw otherwise respectable citizens to abandon in pursuit of personal gain. So sometimes people engage in a cybercrime because it is easy to get away with a criminal activity. It is not easy to discover that you have committed this activity. Other reasons why hackers hack. Now let us talk about hackers. Hackers are people who hack systems, who hack computers. And we have seen the reason is for revenge, the reason is money, motivation. The government sometimes send people to hack systems, intelligence people to hack systems because of espionage. And we have also seen that hackers access systems to steal information, personal information, which they use for their own gain or to sell data to other people, data belonging to other organizations. Therefore, it is pretty obvious that hackers hack to gain monetary benefits. However, why would hackers take the risk of hacking despite strict cybersecurity laws and severe punitive provisions in most countries? There are well-trained cybersecurity personnel and the latest security tools available in the industry too, which make hacking even more difficult and time-consuming. What could a hacker be after when they attack a blog or a personal website that doesn't have any financial or other sensitive details at all? Why would they target government schools, medical facilities, etc.? We are going to look at these things. By the way, I just want to mention that as you grow in your career, cybersecurity is one of the best areas you can venture into, or one of the critical areas, or one of the upcoming areas. Security is made of three elements. Security is made of three elements. It is made of protecting people, protecting assets, and also protecting information. Now, information is growing very fast because nowadays, as I said earlier, security is not about gates and the security guards and the locks and the keys and these things. It is also about intelligence. So it is very important that you have made a decision to venture into cybercrime because it is one area of security that is very important. In fact, today, if you go for an interview, you want to become a security supervisor or an assistant security manager or a security manager, I can tell you for sure you will face questions regarding your ability to understand cybercrime, to understand information security, to understand physical security, to understand CCTV surveillance, to understand fighting systems and the aspects of prevention of fire, to understand things like hijacking. These are things that are very, very relevant and very, very important to security professionals. So it is important that you have made a decision to study for this course. I am sure it will add value to you as you grow up in your career. We go back to our topic. So some hackers commit hacking with the purpose of demanding ransom. In some cases, an attacker cripples a website, then demands payment, usually in Bitcoin. You can also research on your own these issues related to Bitcoin, in exchange for stopping or reversing the attack. If the website contains sensitive information, such as customer payment details or passwords, the hackers may also threaten to publicize that data to ruin the business reputation. If the website owner does not pay the ransom. Also, sometimes attackers encrypt or lock the important files, folders, and databases with cryptographical keys or change the extension of files essential to a website. Now, the website owner can't access them, and the hacker may ask for a ransom to unlock the files for recharge or rechange the file extensions. They also hack the Internet of Things devices like computers, laptops, mobiles, internet-connected phone systems, medical devices like MRI machines, CT scanners, etc. Shut them down remotely with malware and ask for money in exchange to turn them back on. This ransom type of hacking not only targets businesses but individuals as well. Also targets individuals. Also, there is another reason for spamming, for hacking, which is send spam and phishing emails. Sending spam and phishing emails is more complex than you may think. It is if a cyber criminal sets up a server for sending spam automatically to a large number of victims. Reputable email service providers will detect and block it within minutes. That's why hackers hack reputed companies' servers to send spam emails. Since emails are coming from trusted servers, it takes time for email software and or users to detect anything suspicious. A website owner targeted by a hacker might not even be aware that their servers are sending phishing spam emails until their website and business email accounts get blacklisted. So that is another reason for hackers hacking systems. It is to send spam and phishing emails to corrupt systems, to collect information, to collect person's identity, among other reasons. And then also, hackers hack systems in order to get money from revenue per click advertising. It is called RPC, revenue per click advertising. Online advertisers pay money to websites and apps on the basis of the number of views and clicks on the ads. Scanners make websites and enroll them in revenue per click and revenue per 1,000 impressions, RPM schemes. Now, instead of attracting visitors by publishing interesting stuff and doing SEOs, hackers use the illegitimate route to get more traffic on their website. They hack genuine websites and insert scripts that automatically redirect website visitors to the hackers' own sites. They also install malware known as adware in victims' devices that keep showing them unwanted advertising or unauthorized redirect them to hackers' sites as soon as they connect to the internet or open a browser. This is a very advanced area of cybercrime, and you can also read this topic, this slide. Read this slide in detail and also do some research on it. You will get more information about it. Now, also, hackers hack in order to sell data on the darknet. Some hackers don't use stolen data for themselves, but they sell it to other hackers. There are special online marketplaces known as darknet or dark market for such data trading. Some of the infamous dark markets are Tor, Tudor, Hydra, and White House Market. These platforms use cryptocurrency for transactions to prevent fund tracking, providing a factor of anonymity to buyers and sellers. Hackers make huge sums of money out of selling data on the darknet. Just keep in mind, hackers make a lot of money out of selling data on the darknet. For executing black hat SEO, SEO or search engine optimization. The term abbreviation SEO means search engine optimization. Is the art and science of getting your website to rank higher on Google. One of the very important factors in Google's ranking system is the backlink. The more platforms link to your website, the more trustworthy you are in Google's eyes. Search engines view a backlink as a sign of value and consider it an important factor to rank their search engine results. Some unscrupulous marketers get links by hacking websites and inserting links to their own websites. The purpose here for this kind of hacking is to optimize search engine so that your website is ranked higher on Google. When your website is ranked higher on Google, then your potential for more visitors and your potential for more business grows. You make revenue when your website ranks higher on Google through other intelligent marketing and advertising schemes. Hackers also hack systems to build a botnet. Some nefarious acts like DDoS attacks, advanced brute force attacks, illegal crypto mining, fake website traffic generation, etc. require a large number of devices to participate simultaneously. It is obvious that hackers can't buy thousands of computers themselves, so they hack other devices for this purpose. They make botnet, i.e. robot network, by adding some scripts in the hacked devices. Now, these devices follow the hacker's commands like robots from a remote place and work accordingly. Most of the time, the hacked devices owners don't have a clue that their devices are used for cybercrime until it is too late. Also, the government espionage. Some cyber attacks and hacking activities are state-sponsored. That means government itself hires hackers to steal other countries' confidential, classified data, military information, and research data. In fact, this is at this age, it is happening a lot that most countries are actually conducting government espionage. A few countries are infamous for launching cyber attacks to cripple down their enemy countries' online infrastructure and websites to cause operational disruptions. Some countries espionage other nations' political secrets and publicize them, especially at the time of elections, to create political unrest. You remember what happened with the last elections in Kenya? 2022 against the Azimio presidential candidate Mr. Raila Amolo Odinga and the running mate Martha Karua, and on the other hand this other guy from Sugoi called William. Here nowadays you guys call him Toza Ushuru. I don't know. With his running mate, the other guy called Gachagua also was hanging on a vehicle sometimes back in Kisumu as a security VIP protection officer. I hope you can remember these elections, and there were issues that there were people, I don't know, called Kamago, I don't know from I don't know which country, but there was an issue that they actually engaged in cybercrime. They actually accessed the servers and manipulated the election outcome. This is what sometimes we call also, at times, the government hires hackers to hack their own citizens' communication channels to solve crime and terrorist activities. Just keep in mind whatever I'm talking about. I hope you can understand. Other times also, hackers hack systems to gain fame. Some hackers just like the feeling of power and accomplishment they get from defacing hundreds or thousands of websites. They want to gain popularity and build an aura of fear around their names so that people take them seriously. For example, most of the people in the cybersecurity industry are familiar with the names like Shiny Hunters, Chaos Computer Club, CCC, Lizard Squad, Lazarus Group, Anonymous, and Tar Addition. These are some of examples of groups that are engaged in cybercrime. They just do it to gain fame, so that they create fear around their names. And also, some people, as we have seen earlier, engage in cybercrime to take revenge. Some hackers don't care about money or fame. They are just vengeful and want to take revenge on a person, company, group, community, or even government. So you as a security manager, you as a security supervisor, you as a security officer working for a particular organization, and you know people have been terminated from work for reasons that they feel that they were victimized, they may end up hacking the systems, and they may end up damaging your operational capacity, especially if they are high quality IT experts. And that is why you should always have a policy in the company that prevents people from sharing company information the moment they leave working for you. As a security manager, as a security professional, you should also think about this. There is a term we use, and the term is non-disclosure agreements. People should always sign non-disclosure agreements, that when I'm working for this company, I'll not take the information for this company and share it with third parties. If this is done, then the company has a right to sue that person in court of law. A hacker's goal here is to make their enemies suffer financial or reputational loss by defaming them. So to take revenge. You have also seen to take revenge. People feel that they have been aggravated by the government, been aggravated by the organization, so they want to take revenge, and so they engage in cybercrime. And then for noble purposes. Noble purposes means for good reasons. For good reasons. Not all hackers are bad. Some hackers' motivation behind hacking is to find the security vulnerabilities and fix them before the bad actors exploit them. We as security professionals, our role is to find the security vulnerabilities, to conduct security risk analysis, to conduct security surveys, to find out the weaknesses in the system, not only in the physical systems, even in the electronic systems. We partner with IT professionals to examine the system, to examine the IT aspect of the organization and look for vulnerabilities that cyber criminals can use to take advantage of organization or to access our systems. These types of hackers are known as white hat hackers or ethical hackers. Big companies and governments hire them as security researchers, penetration testers, or security analysts. Their job is to deploy cyber attacks on the system without harming anything, just to find the security loopholes and patch them. They use the same tools and techniques as bad guys, black hat hackers do, but they penetrate the system with the owner's knowledge and permission. Please remember the term white hat hackers or ethical hackers. And then also remember, we have introduced a new term, black hat hackers, the bad guys. Okay? Ethical hackers are also involved in developing security software that detects and removes malware. In short, white hat hackers strengthen the security posture of your defense mechanism with the goal of mitigating the security risks. Read that clearly and understand that white hat hackers are ethical hackers. They actually do this activity with the aim of protecting you or looking for the loopholes to make your system secure. I am a black man and I don't know why I'm a black man. I try to put more light tomorrow during the next presentation to see whether you guys can see me clearly. I'm trying to move around. I don't know. But I think anyway you can see me. A final word. Why do people hack? When hackers breach large companies, it is pretty obvious what the hacker wants from their digital haste. They are usually stealing money or valuable data, such as tax information or customer payment details. It is the digital equivalent of robbing a bank. It is high risk, but if they succeed, they get a big return, I can assure you. Many people are surprised and don't understand hacker motivation when they hear news about hackers targeting small businesses, government institutes, medical facilities, and individuals. Characteristics of cyber criminals. Profiling and categorizing cyber criminals. Criminal profiling is both an art and a science. Remember, profiling is wrong in itself. You cannot label a person a criminal out of just the way he looks or the way he dresses or his color, the color of his skin, or from which ethnical background he comes from, or which tribe. You are not allowed to profile somebody and conclude that this person is a criminal without adequate evidence. So as a security professional, take note of that. It's all about generalizations, but knowing what type of people generally commit specific type of criminal offenses can be very helpful in catching and prosecuting the perpetrator of a specific crime. That information can also be useful in protecting digital assets from cyber criminals. For example, categories of cybercrime, we have said, can you see clearly? Because me, I cannot see here properly. Categories of cybercrime, and we have said that 1 minute please, of hackers, and then characteristics of computer crimes, and then common cybercrime features. You will see that there is the criminals, and you can see exactly this figure. It shows exactly what is happening. We say there is a new converged ICT technologies. The more technology grows, the more we get into cybercrime. So you can also read this one on your own. In the interest of time, I'll move on. And then a criminal profile is a psychological assessment made without knowing the identity of the criminal. It includes personality characteristics and can even include physical characteristics. Fitting the profile doesn't mean a person committed the crime, but profiling helps narrow the field of suspects and may help exclude some persons from suspicion. Profilers use both statistical data, inductive profiling, and common sense testing of hypotheses, deductive profiling, to formulate profiles. Profiling is only one of the many tools that can be used in cyber crime investigation. And then the typical cyber criminal, some measures of technical knowledge. They have some measures of advanced measures of technical knowledge, ranging from script kiddies who use others' malicious code to very talented hackers. And then disregard for the law, obvious. And then high tolerance for risk. There are people who cannot stand risk. The thrill factor. They want the thrill factor. It is like vile kuwa tunasema unaenda kutupa mawe kwa polisi alafu unatoka mbio, ndio sasa ukimbizwa kidogo na polisi. Hiyo thrill factor, hiyo flow in your blood system, unasikia kweli uko sawa. And then so hackers pia wako hivyo, when they feel very nice when they access the government systems or systems belonging to organizations, databases, they feel the power, they feel the thrill. And then control freak nature, enjoyment in manipulating or outsmarting others. People who enjoy controlling or manipulating others. There are people who manipulate you. They manipulate you until they put you into a situation, until you do what they want without even knowing you are doing what other people want that isn't suitable for you. And then a motive for committing the crime, mainly money, strong emotions, politics, religious beliefs, sexual impulses, boredom, or desire for a little fun. So those are some of the typical cyber criminal characteristics, the motive for committing the cyber crime. Mostly it is money, strong emotions, politics, religion, or sexual impulses, even boredom or desire for a little fun. We have come to the end of this presentation for now. This is lesson 3. There is no assignment for lesson 3. You are very lucky, guys. Concentrate on the two assignments. The two assignments for lesson 1 and lesson 2. Lesson 3, just do more research on how can we profile a person. How can we conclude a person could be engaging in cybercrime? How can we conclude that a person is engaging in cybercrime? So that during your work routines or at your workplace, if somebody arrives at your workplace and they have got an intention of accessing your systems, you can be able to pick it up as a security professional and bring it up to your seniors that I suspect this person could be engaging in cybercrime or collecting information. So think about it. Think about it more, or how we can profile, or how we can conclude that a person is engaging in cybercrime. Thank you very much. Up to there, we are going to continue to lesson 4 next weekend. We are going to continue to lesson 4. Do the assignments as a reminder and send them to me. And thank you very much for taking your time to listen to me. I appreciate you once more, and I wish you well in your studies and generally in your life as you move along with us. Thank you very much, and bye-bye from me. Bye-bye.